All right, well, good morning, everybody. I'll just say Monday. We'll just take a guess what day you're actually watching this. So let's talk about the notes here in 7.1, or sometimes I'll refer to this as 7.11, because we'll be doing all sorts of work dealing with multiplying and factoring polynomials here. So today's lesson is going to mainly focus on what is a polynomial and how do we go about multiplying them and writing them correctly in general form. So to start us off here, we have a definition of what a polynomial is. So as it says here, it's an algebraic expression with a term or many terms added or subtracted to each other. So just to kind of break down the word poly means the word many, and a nomial I like to think of as a algebraic expression. So when we talk about them being added and subtracted to them, it's like looking at something like this, 3x squared plus 5x plus 2. That could be a polynomial. It could be as simple as just saying x squared minus 9. It could be as simple as the number 5. So when we talk about these, when we're adding and subtracting many terms, we talk about what a term is. So it's like this piece, or this piece, or this piece. And these terms added and subtracted to each other. Now, when we write a polynomial in what we call general form, we really have to focus on the degree. The degree is the highest exponent value of a polynomial. So when I go up here, this term here is a degree 2. This term here would be a degree 1. This one here doesn't have any x's, would be a term, or would be a degree 0. Okay? So like on this one here, when we're combining them, we take the highest, which would make it a degree 2. So just to kind of give you some practice in writing it in general form, when we talk about writing it in general form, you're writing it from highest degree to lowest degree. So if you look at this, we got a whole bunch of things going on, or we got a lot of terms. We got degree 2, 4, 3, another 2, 0, 5, and 0. So we also, when simplifying this, like to combine like terms. So I'm going to start with the highest degree. That was the degree 5. And it's positive, so I can start by saying 3x to the 5th. Then I look for my degree 4s, so minus 8x to the 4th. Then I look for my degree 3s, 3x cubed. My degree 2s, so I have a 5x squared and a minus 14x. So 5 minus 14 is minus 9x squared. And then I have the 8 and the minus 12, make minus 4. This is considered in general form. Notice how it goes from the highest degree 5, 4, 3, 2. There were no x's, and then the degree 0. All right, so that's how you write it in general form. All right, so the main thing that you want to be able to do today here is doing multiplying of polynomials. So there's a couple different ways you can do multiplying of polynomials. And the key here in today's lesson is a lot of these is when you have like 2 terms times 2 terms. Anytime you have 2 terms by 2 terms, there's actually 2 different methods you could use. You can use what's called the FOIL method, or you can use the box method. Now, the FOIL method only works. It actually only works if it only works if and only if it's 2 by 2. So this only works if it's 2 by 2. The box method works for any. It could be 3 by 3, 5 by 5, and it will work each and every time. So I'm going to show you each method. So if you remember FOIL, it's actually an acronym. You guys remember that? Stands for first, inner, last. It just helps you remember what you need to multiply. So what it means by multiplying the first together, you multiply the first two terms in each polynomial together. So x times x is simply x squared. Then you multiply the outer or the outside. X times 6 is 6x. Then you multiply the inside, 3 times x. Then you multiply the last, 3 times 6, 18. So then the last thing you need to do is combine like terms. So notice here the middle two terms are the same. So I start though with the x squared, that's my highest degree. 6 and 3 make 9x plus 18. And I have my polynomial. So that's the FOIL method. Just to show you the box method, so when I look at the box method here, how the box method works is you actually make a box. Okay? So I take one of the polynomials, like the first one, and I can write it across the top. And I separate the terms. So I have x and a positive 5. Draw a line to separate the two. Then along the side, I had x and I had minus 3. Draw another box. So now, in essence, what I'm doing is I'm finding all the little areas of this box by multiplying the terms of their sides. So like this first one would be x times x, x squared. Here, this is x, this is 5, so I get 5x. Negative 3 and x, minus 3x, negative 3 and positive 5, make negative 15. So now I can combine my like terms. I have x squared. Here my x's are the same, plus 2x minus 15. And I got the answer. All right, so let me show you on number 3, I'll do the FOIL, and number 4, I'll do the box method. All right, so if I FOIL here, my first is 2x times x, so I get 2x squared. Outside, plus 12x. Inside, minus 1x. Last, minus 6. Combine like terms. So I have 2x squared plus 11x. Okay, and then minus 6. And I'm done. All right, next one I said I'd do by the box method. So here's my box. X minus 5. X plus 5. So now I can multiply. X times x is x squared. X times minus 5 is minus 5x. 5 times x is 5x. 5 times negative 5 is minus 25. Combine like terms. So I have the x squared. 5x and minus 5x actually cancel each other out. That's 0. So all I have left is x squared minus 25. This is going to be an important pattern that we'll be talking about in our next couple lessons. All right, x plus 3, quantity squared. So a lot of students, this does not equal x squared plus 9. This is a big fat no. Okay? You don't just square the first and last term. X plus 3 with the squared on the outside means x plus 3 times x plus 3. That's what it actually means. So you actually have to FOIL it or do the box method, and you're going to forget a piece. So if I do the FOIL, x squared, outside 3x, inside 3x, last 3 times 3 is 9. Combine my like terms. So x squared plus 6x plus 9, and I'm good to go. Notice how these two are not the same. You're going to forget your middle terms if you don't actually write it out as x plus 3 times x plus 3. All right, number 6. What's nice about example number 6 is you have one term by 3 terms. So you can actually do this problem just by simply doing the distributive property. So I have minus 10x to the third. Negative 2 times negative 8 is 16 x squared. Negative 2 times negative 1 is positive 2x. And that's it for number 6. Just like that, the first page of notes is done. Go to the second page. Woo, I didn't clear it out. So let me just empty out the screen here real quick. And let's pound away at these. So these get a little more complicated. So in number 7, notice how I have a 2 on the outside, x minus 7 quantity squared minus 8. Rules of operation say I do the exponent first. So I have 2 x minus 7 times x minus 7, and then subtract 8. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take these two pieces here, and I'm going to FOIL. I'll still have a 2 on the outside. I'm going to put all this in the parentheses with the minus 8 on the outside. So I'm going to FOIL. X times x, x squared. Outside, minus 7x. Inside, minus 7x. Last, 49. Okay. So now if you want, you can distribute the 2 to every term. So I have 2x squared minus 14x minus 14x plus 98 minus 8. Finally, I need to combine like terms. So the only squared is 2x squared. Minus 14x and minus 14x is minus 28x. 98 and minus 8 is plus 90. And I got that one done. All right, let's take a look at number 8. Number 8 is a pretty easy one, kind of like number 6. I just have to distribute x cubed minus 4x squared. So that one was just a simple distributive property. All right, the last two, which are the challenging ones. Here now, if I look at number 9, notice how I have 2 terms times 3 terms here. So to me, this is where the box method has the advantage over the FOIL method. Because with the box method, okay, I can easily make the number of terms on the sides as big as I want. So along the side here, I'm just going to go 2x and plus 3. So I have 2 right like that. And then I can go 1, 2, and write x squared minus 3x plus 8. I can't do FOIL here because I would do first, outer, inner, last, and I'd forget a couple multiplications. All right, so I'm going to actually start to do this multiplication here. 2x times x squared, 2x cubed. 2x times negative 3x minus 6x squared. 2x times 8 is 16x. 3 times x squared, 3x squared. 3 times negative 3x is minus 9x. 3 times 8, 24. Combine your like terms. 2x cubed minus, whoops, sorry. I started writing minus 6x. I didn't combine like terms here. There we go. So minus 3x squared plus 7x plus 24. And I got my final answer. All right, let's take a look at the very last one here. Ooh, 2 terms times 2 terms times 2 terms. So what I want to do is, you do this different ways, but the first thing I'm going to do is actually multiply the first 2 terms together and get that answer. So I'm actually going to FOIL, since it's 2 terms by 2 terms. So x squared is the outside, is the first. The outside is 8x. The inside is 3x. The last, 24. Combine my like terms, which is the middles. So I have x squared plus 11x plus 24. I'm going to put this in a set of parentheses and bring down the x minus 4. So I have 3 terms times 2 terms. So just like I did the previous one, I'm going to create a box just like this. I'll put the first one on top. It doesn't matter which one goes on top and which one goes on the side. That's kind of the nice thing about the box method. So here I'll create the box. Boom, boom, boom. So x squared, 11x, 24. I'll put pluses with those so I know they're positive, x, and minus 4. All right, so let's do the multiplication. X times x squared, x to the third, x times 11x, 11x squared. X times 24, 24x. X squared times negative 4, minus 4x squared. Negative 4 times 11x, minus 44x. Negative 4 times 24, minus 96. Combine like terms, x cubed, then minus 4x squared and 11x squared, plus 11x squared. Negative 44x and 24x make minus 20x. I have minus 96. All right, that takes care of the notes. What you should then do is go on to your CFU and your worksheet. So there's the CFU page, there's the worksheet for you to work on, and you should work on your assignment. Beautiful.